All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday night. Another edition of Knicks Post-Game Live preseason edition. And on tonight's show, it was the penultimate preseason game for the New York Knicks, in which no starters and no bench unit, man. Tibbs going load management style on us. But despite a Boston 3-party, the Grimes Hive was alive and well. The Deuce got loose a little bit, and we saw some good things, man. So let's lock in. We'll overreact to everything. Take your phone calls. Call us up, 657-383-1509, or call us up on the KFTV Discord. CP the Franchise, Alex Rotaros, my first post-game of the 2023-24 preseason. I'm ready to go. Share this video, subscribe to the channel. The number one show for the fans, by the fans. The number one podcast for the fans, by the fans. KFTV in the building. Let's go. How you feeling, bro?
Welcome. I'm good, man. Welcome to the first
Appreciate it.
post game.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be, around these good folks. And yeah, man.
Brother.
Yeah. 123-110. Knicks fall to the C's in Boston. A little gamesmanship, if you will, Al. You see,
I like it.
You see Joe Mazzulla and those guys pull the chair out from under us in game one. A little chess match. You're not going to see our guys. And then Tibbs return the favor tonight. No Brunson, no Julius, no RJ, no Hart, no IQ. But you still got Grimes, and you still got Mitch. And look, this game went just about how I expected it to go. In the beginning, you saw, because it was a hodgepodge starting unit, guys were trying to find each other. Obviously, they were coming in overmatched anyway. So it was a bit of a slow start, even though Knicks were trying to tread water early. And but the three-point defense was just a bit woeful. And Boston was just move the ball, spreading the floor as they can, as they're capable of doing, which you see this team, and when they're at full strength, if they're clicking on all cylinders, they're going to be a tough out. So the Knicks had their hands full, but give them credit. Second half, they locked in. I thought Mitch looked good. I thought McBride looked good, but it was Quentin Grimes, man, the story tonight. 7-12 from downtown, shooting off the dribble, shooting off a catch and shoots, quick release. I mean, that net was snapping, boy. That net was snapping on some of those threes, man. And for Grimes, that's all we're waiting on. That is the final piece to his puzzle. It just, you're hoping that he's able to knock down threes at a 40% clip and really be dangerous as a two-way threat for this team. But tonight was certainly encouraging.
Absolutely. I mean, CP, look, he went 7 for 13 from the field, but 12 of those shots were from downtown. He went 7 for 12 from downtown, my man. That is what we're talking about. That's what we want to see Quentin Grimes do. And I think it was the first or second three-pointer where it was just off the dribble, right? I was just like, okay, this is what he's been working on. This is what he's been doing with JJ Redick. All right, this is what Penny Hardaway's having him doing. I like it. I like to see that. And look, we talked about it on Weekly, man. I want to see Grimes be more involved in the offense just to see and to unlock him, man. I want to see his full capability, and that's why I think and look, we saw it tonight. It wasn't the full-on second unit, but you had Dante DiVincenzo, you had Quentin Grimes, right? You even had Isaiah Hartenstein in there. If you get Grimes with those guys and through the regular season, I think we can see more offense from him just because he won't get those type of touches with the starting unit. He's not going to, with Brunson and Randall, those guys are going to be taking the lion's share of shots. Want to see him with the second unit, man, because tonight, this is the encouraging stuff. I'm just impressed he went 7 for 12 from downtown, man.
Yeah.
Because I know he can be flaming hot from three, but look, tonight was different than what we've seen him. It's not just catch and shoot. It's off the dribble, pep to his step. I like what I saw, man. I like what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not, man? This is what you're hoping for from him, is an efficient shot from three shots. 7-13 from the field, 7-12 from downtown. As you said, 22 points, a +6 on the night, highest plus minus on the team. If you're into that in the preseason mode, those opportunities may not come as frequently when he plays with the starters, as you said. And that's going to be that's going to be the challenge for him, is that when you're not getting the ball as frequently to create or to shoot, how do you stay warm? Is he going to be able to do that? Some guys can, some guys can't. So it'll be interesting, as you said, how he navigates the big three in the starting lineup, or does he get some more run with the second unit where maybe he can kind of be the focal point there or get more opportunities. It's going to be interesting to see how Tibbs mixes and matches it, man. But certainly tonight, he was on fire. It was good to see, man. Definitely good to see mixing it up and getting into his bag.
For sure. And the defense didn't wane at all as the offense was going, right? And I think that's the one thing you could take away from this unit, was just that the defense was on point. Not a fan of the Sims and Robinson pairing, but hey,
let's talk about it.
If you told me that Mitchell Robinson was going to find Jericho Sims out transition tonight,
yeah, or how about Sims with the wraparound pass under the basket to Mitch?
Bro, my goodness.
Hey,
I could see why Tibbs is now praising Sims for how he's been coming into training camp, man, and how he's playing. But my thing is that you see Jericho Sims doing stuff like Mitchell Robinson, which is guarding guards and wings on the perimeter. How about in the third quarter where you see Jericho Sims walking up Jaylen Brown and causing havoc and showing that Jaylen Brown has no left hand?
Yeah,
he legit has no left hand. Yeah. So it's stuff like that where Jericho Sims, man, I want to see how he gets minutes. I know that there's a question of him playing at the 4, but not really liking the spacing issue unless you have 3 lethal shooters. And I mean, you got Dante, you got Grimes. You have Quickly out there. Is that enough to really allow that type of unit to go out and perform? I don't know, but we need to see more Sims minutes this season, just because I'm liking what I'm seeing through preseason.
Couple things on Sims that kind of has additional effects on the team. Defensively, it's going to be a mixed bag, right? You're going to have your moments where he and Mitch or he and Hartenstein out there being the two bigs. It's going to be very difficult to get it into the paint on this Knicks team. They will be able to impact the rim attacks and rim pressures. I think they'll be able to do that in a positive way, and also help with the rebounding, which is good. Now, in the first half, you saw when he was out on Tatum, out on Brown. Look, those guys are great players. They're going to make tough shots over anybody. And so I think it's going to be a mixed bag for him on his perimeter defense, because he's going to be forced to run out and get guys off a three-point line. He's going to be forced to contest those threes or those outside shots. So it's going to be interesting to see how he adjusts. So defensively, it's going to be a mixed bag. Offensively, it's going to be very much harder. I think it's going to be much, much harder, where at times you're going to be playing 4-on-5, and I think that's where they're going to get into a little bit of trouble. The backup 4 will certainly be Hart, but Sims is going to be right there if Hart gets in foul trouble, if he's injured, or if they need to match up a little bit better. And I don't know. It's going to be tough. Ideally, if he's going to be out there in that twin tower lineup, obviously you want him out there with Hartenstein, and you're hoping that Hartenstein is spacing the floor a little bit better and able to knock down some outside shots. It makes it a little bit easier if he's able to do that. But outside of that, it's going to get clunky at times, especially earlier on in the season, and as Sims tries to get acclimated. But the reason I say that there's downstream effects there is because tonight, what you saw was that he got the first look, and then it was Hartenstein. But yeah, Roby and those guys came in, but like that backup 4 is Hart primary, Sims is going to be secondary. I think that's going to be established. And then the third point is that when you think about, I was on me and EJ Stewart at WFAN, the Odyssey app, did a Knicks pod for WFAN today, and we were talking about the final roster spot.
Nice.
I think that what else would we have to talk about? But I think that last spot goes to Archie Diacono. You have your 3 two-ways. You have Nathan Knight. You have Dylan Windler. And you have, who's the other two-way? Who's it?
Jalen Martin.
You have Jalen Martin. So I think those guys will go down to Westchester. I don't see any of those guys getting there. But they didn't even play tonight. So that should tell you all you need to know. They didn't even play. So especially with Nathan Knight, who people were hoping was going to get that backup four spot, he's not getting it. Roby's not. He can't play defense at all. Roby's not getting it. So he's gonna be gone, or he's not gonna get that spot. So I think the last spot goes to Archie Diacono as the emergency point guard, just in case you need him.
Yeah, and look, let's also talk about the relationship too, right? Archie Diacono was on the team last year. You got the Nova connection.
Yeah,
he's been in the league for quite some time. Him being the break glass in case of emergency things go really south, and he's that backup guard. But look, man, I think for Sims at the 4, I understand it though, right? And why it's not Hartenstein is because when I think about lateral quickness, it's not Hartenstein, it's Jericho Sims.
Yeah.
And the 4 position is more agile, much more speed, and defensively, this is a Tom Thibodeau-led team. Jericho Sims fits that bill for what you need at that position more so than a Hartenstein. Even though, granted, Hartenstein was out here hustling left and right tonight, and he was getting physical down in the paint, but he just doesn't have that same mobility as Jericho Sims, and Sims closer to Mitch in that same, like, he can guard the pick and roll, right? I'm not saying he's the most lethal defender out there, but he gives you those same attributes that you would get from Mitchell Robinson, which is closer to what you want the 4 than Hartenstein. Yeah. So it makes sense. It makes sense. What about RJ? You don't think RJ is going to be getting some small ball 4? Because you have Hart. There was a conversation about RJ could play in the small ball 4.
Could be depending on matchups. I just think Tibbs, he can rely on. I think Tibbs believes he can rely on Hart at that backup 4. He's more confident in Hart at that spot. He hasn't necessarily mentioned RJ in that spot. And then at the end of the day, he's not bailing on rim protection at 100%. So he's still going to want to have an option to put Sims out there, even if it's just in spot minutes, to have more size, to be able to, again, clamp down on some more boards and not put additional wear and tear on RJ. I think he's still going to lean on that Sims role. RJ will still have his minutes, but I think Sims is going to be kind of that third string power forward, if you will.
That should be interesting. Just the lack of offense, man, is going to be troubling. You're going to have him. Look, the lack of offensive creativity when you have him out there, especially next to Mitchell Robinson, that's going to be tough to watch. And that's the only thing, man. You're going to need 3 legit shooters when you have him and Mitch on the floor. Outside of that, I don't mind him and Hartenstein just because we saw last year. It's okay. Hartenstein can do more offensively.
Yeah.
But if you're going to have Mitch and Sims, that's going to be some tough sledding.
Absolutely. And as you hear, the switchboard is counting down as if it's the end of the show. So I'm still in preseason mode. I got to shake the cobwebs off. Just give me a second. Area code 469. I gotta bang up. I gotta end the phones and then restart it. So just give me a second. We're gonna end the show on the phones and then restart the phones. No problem. Still in a little preseason mode.
Thank you for using Blog Talk.
I just got to shake off the cobwebs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
It's all good, man. It's all good, man. You're getting ready for the regular season.
That's right.
Okay, man. It's okay. I've been here for the last 2 shows. All right. Yeah, you said you gave me the hosting duties. I was like, all right, awesome, thanks, appreciate it, bro. Give me some reps. I like it. I like the call up.
There you go.
Feel like Derek Jeter back in '95.
How about McBride? What you think about McBride tonight?
Hey, man, defensively, I think he even took it up another notch defensively.
He scrapped.
He was scrappy, especially against Jaylen Brown. Man, he was really. He made life difficult for Jaylen Brown, which you like to see. But the offense too. I like seeing the confidence in the shooting, man. The snake dribble to get to the free throw line and knock down the mid-range jumper throughout the game. That's stuff that you want to see from McBride. That's the big thing for him, man.
Yeah.
Is that if you're going to think about the Knicks and just the depth that they have, trying to go get that big player like someone like a Joel Embiid, right? And we always talk about Emmanuel quickly as probably the player. Asset, whatever you want to consider him as, that is going to be dangled. If McBride is going to be on this team and you're going to want him to fill that void, if Quickly was to be traded, then you need to see him be more confident and have that offensive bag. And tonight, man, it's encouraging. It's encouraging to see that. Obviously, it's consistency because we've seen that last season where, look, we saw against the Lakers, hey, he had a good offensive game, right? But then he can go right back It's like that Cinderella story turns right back into a pumpkin, and then there's no more offense.
Yeah.
So for McBride, I just want to see him be that consistent offensive guy, and it's getting to the mid range. We know the mid range is there, and I like how it's either Sims, Hartenstein, Mitch setting him the screen to open it up for him. But look, you saw tonight you had Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum guarding him, and obviously those guys defensively are tough to get by, especially because of the height.
Yeah.
But you like to see that he's being aggressive and being thoughtful, I guess, tactful.
Yeah.
In the way he wants to approach the game.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Look, it was a struggle for him to run the offense, especially early. And that's another reason why I feel like, and yes, it was only one preseason game, but overall, I think that's why he hasn't been getting much burn, is because his shot has been inconsistent and he can't run the offense well enough. And so that's why I even think when he comes down to that last roster spot, you'll have a guy like Arcidiacono who will be your break glass point guard. God forbid Brunson goes down and then you move him quickly up and he needs somebody else in a spot. But outside of that, look, he was getting into his shots. He was aggressive, as you said. Second half, he played a lot better. Defensively played a lot better in the second half. And I thought it was overall a good experience for him, man. He got to start on the road against Boston at full strength. I thought that was a good experience for McBride, man. So mixed bag, especially when it came to running the offense. But overall, I like what I saw from him. Yeah.
If anything, this rotation that we saw from Tibbs tonight is the all defensive team for the Knicks.
Yeah, that's it. That is exactly it, man. So let me get the phones in order, Alan. And while I do that, so to everybody in the chat, hit that thumbs up button for your boys. KFTV post-game live preseason edition. CP the franchise, Alex Rotaros on the ones and twos. And while I get the phones in order, man, remember, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Knicks versus Celtics, we are giving you guys a chance to go to the home opener on Wednesday, a week basically from tomorrow, or a week from today, whenever you guys are watching this. We're giving away 2 tickets, courtesy of our friends at Underdog Sports, Underdog Fantasy. All you guys got to do is either hit the link in the description, hit the link in the chat, or go to UnderdogFantasy.com, use promo code KFTV, and just sign up. Simple and plain. And we will announce the winner on Thursday with our show, with our guy, Alan Hahn. Alan Hahn returning to KFTV. So we're looking forward to that one. And then we're going to give you guys a chance to win 2 tickets to the game, man. Where do they do that at, Al?
KFTV is the only thing that pops into my mind.
Yeah. I'm just asking the questions as a conductor, man. I appreciate the response. Appreciate the response, man. All right, let's hear what the people got to say, man. Preseason edition of Post Game Live. Area code 201. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
What's up, man? It's Josh from Jersey.
Josh from Jersey. How you feeling, man?
What's up, man? Yeah, what's up, CP? What's up, Alex?
Good, man. Yep, loud and clear. Yeah, we're ready, man. Let's go.
Yeah, man. No, I was just watching the game, caught it after work, caught the last 2 quarters, saw we're coming back there, and then we kind of too many threes there. But I liked what I saw. We were playing with a lot of energy.
Okay.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this season coming. Looks like we got some good pieces there. Roby looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Fournier looking the same, taking those couple too many shots, but I know he's trying to get some playing time, so I already know what that's about. But, yeah, Grimes, man, hitting all his threes.
Yeah.
We got to defend the 3 better, but we look good. We look solid.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man. All right.
Yeah, man, of course.
Man.
Have a go.
You too, man. Take care, man. This guy couldn't contain himself, man. He was super excited to be on the show.
Josh is in preseason mode. It's all good, man. Keep calling back. Call back in. We're just having fun.
People,
he's in preseason mode.
You got to bring your energy, people. Bring the energy. As soon as we go to you, rip. Let it rip. Let it rip. You know what I'm saying? Just go with it.
Tell us either that the Knicks are in trouble or that they're going to be winning the championship. That's the energy we need, man.
We gotta pick up the pace, guys. We're in preseason mode, all right? We got one more game before showtime. Dress rehearsal's almost over. Let's go. We gotta pick up the pace.
I want overreactions. Okay, and here we go. Here we go. I want so much overreaction. CP.
Yeah.
Knicks Nation, if you're out there right now and you like what you saw tonight from this unit, I don't even know if to call it the second unit, the third string unit, whatever it may be. They kept up with the first string Boston Celtics. So you know what you got to do?
Fought.
Throw a window emoji in the chat if you're jumping out the window for how deep this team is and we're going to the regular season. All right, throw a window emoji into the chat if you're ready for the season.
All right,
let me see them.
There you go, man. So Al's ready to go, man. Yeah, we got to pick up the pace, man. Come on, man. Got to pick up the pace here. Okay, let's hear who else is who we got on the phones here. 469. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
This is Michael.
Michael White. What's going on?
Well, you want some problems? I'll give you some problems.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Let's go.
Things is not going to work. Hart is not going to work. I don't understand why they don't give Jacob a chance because he can play the 3 or the 4, and he plays defense. I mean, that's what we need.
Yeah.
And also that gives us more balance.
Okay.
And a tall guy that could play the 3 when we have RJ out of the game. I mean, it makes sense. I know that Tibbs is not going to do it, but hey, I'm throwing that out there. And I mean, that last guy, that last spot on the roster should not go to that other little guard. Mm-hmm. We don't need him. What do we need him for? I mean, we don't need him. That's the problem. They want everybody from Villanova. Some of the guys don't fit.
Yeah.
Dante had 5 turnovers tonight. He shot 30% from 3 tonight. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He's a mid.
Ooh,
he's a mid.
Michael White going into the young whippersnapper vocabulary. Okay.
But,
all right.
I think that we can still – I think that what's going to happen is what happens every year.
Okay.
We get to the trade deadline, we're going to make a move, and it's going to save Thibodeau's job.
Okay, so you're not a fan of Tibbs getting an extension. I mean, how do you say save a job when – I mean, the guy got you out of the first round last year, man. What happened? Not your coach? You bailing?
Well, you know what? I don't believe that he did it.
So who did?
I don't think it was
who's the coach?
Because when we played Miami, we showed our weakness, and that is that Hart couldn't shoot, and they just played. They got to pack the post, and that's going to happen this year. They're going to pack the lane, and if we can't shoot, if Grimes didn't do what he did tonight, which was I think 7 for 12, then we're going to have issues.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Michael White calling DiVincenzo mid. He brought out he brought out the Gen Z vocabulary, some Gen Z bars.
He said on God.
Yeah, did he say that? Did he say that?
No, I'm just playing. Shout out to our guy Gamba though in the chat. He said plot twist. Michael White is 22 years old.
Shout out to our guy Michael White out there in Ohio. Look, between the guests that we had on the show and just watching DiVincenzo, we need him to just play defense and catch and shoot. Puts the ball on the floor. Could get a little bit dicey at times. It could get a little bit dicey. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much out there tonight from a facilitating standpoint, but he had nobody else to play with. He was trying to make plays. I'm not going to fault him on that.
For this rotation, it is McBride, Grimes, and Dante DiVincenzo.
Right.
Can we get a break?
Right. I gotta cut up some slack tonight, man.
But hey, look, I get where Michael White's coming from. We asked for it to go over the top. He misses Obi Toppin. I get it.
Yeah, he does.
The guy who replaced Obi Toppin is Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
Well, he's got an X on his back.
And he's
Dante.
and Mike,
if you're out there right now,
if
you're out there, Dante, and you're tuning in, which I know you are, Michael White has an X on your back, man. You took Obi's spot. That's the issue.
And Michael White is he's a quickly guy, so he's feeling the heat. I think he's a little anxious because it feels like quick spot might not be solidified right now. So I think he's kind of, expressing himself in that way. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you.
That's what I think is going down.
We have JJ in the chat saying should have signed Nas Reed.
He's back on the Nas Reed stuff. Yeah, I don't see much success with the Twin Tower look. I don't think it's going to be successful. I think it's going to be hair pulling on some nights.
Some.
That's what she said. Got him. Oh man.
Never a dull moment on this show.
Never a dull moment, man. It's preseason.
It's preseason.
Let the good times roll, man. Because once the season tips off, we're gonna be hearing fire Tibbs. Where's the adjustments? Have some fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy, everyone in the chat's going crazy right now.
We got a $50 super chat from my guy, Son from Brooklyn, man. Shout out to Son from Brooklyn. Big time fan of the show and a loyal franchise channel member. Says PCP and Alex, Sims getting minutes at the 4 is not the move. Hopefully Grimes will get more touches to shoot the rock this season. See you all at the home opener. Shout out to Son from Brooklyn. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work too well, to be honest with you. But, hey, preseason is about trying things out, and that's what Tibbs is doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Until it becomes reality, then it's not trying things out anymore.
Yeah.
And then it's making me think about 2 seasons ago when I went to that Boston Celtics game, and I'm seeing Julius at the 3, Taj at the 4, Mitch at the 5, and I'm like, oh boy. And then we get Wayne Selden minutes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Wayne Selden. Shout out to Son from Brooklyn. Call us up, man, 657-383-1509, or hit us up on the KFTV Discord to chop it up, man. Let's go to the Discord. Let's go to Will. Will from LI. How you feeling, man? Will. Going once? Hold on. I don't think I'm connected to the Discord, so give me 1 second.
Boy, man.
Give me 1 second there.
Good thing we have you here tonight. Getting out these preseason
check. All right, I think we're good now. Hold on. Check. I don't see any audio levels coming from myself though. Oh, I'm on mute on the Discord. How about that? Preseason mode, baby. Preseason mode. All right, Will, let's go. Will from LI.
That got me?
Got you now. You now. That was my error, man.
Nah, you good, man. Yeah. How's the squad doing? I was waiting on. I was like, I don't hear nothing going on.
Yeah, we're doing well, man.
Hey, how y'all guys doing tonight, man?
Very well, man. How about you,
Hey, man, that's good to hear. Yeah, I can't complain, man. Hey, CP, I just want to thank you so much for all the amazing content all summer long.
Thank you.
Always getting us through. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed the recent interview with Ian Begley and Fred Katz. So great stuff.
Appreciate it. Yeah, KFTV training camp week was crazy. We got Alan Hahn coming up on Thursday as well, man.
I can't wait for that one. Yeah. I can't wait for that interview.
We're working on a couple other good ones as well, man. So, yeah.
Great stuff. Also, thank you for the shirt for the KFT, for the fan club,
Fridays,
for the membership.
Fan Fridays giveaway. Yeah, no problem, bro. No problem.
Yeah, awesome fit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, I just want to talk a little bit about this game, man. I felt very promising from this game because, overall, when you look at the end score, you'll see what it is. It's a 13-point lead, but a lot of the times I felt like we had them sweating, like we had them against the ropes, and that was all led by like the defense. Specifically Quentin Grimes and then Bride. They were just doing their thing today, and it's just very promising. Specifically Grimes. Did you see his shot tonight? It wasn't hitting.
Snapping. He's snapping the rim.
Straight.
Snapping the rim. Yeah.
You barely heard it. It was insane. And so I just love to see that. And then you also had what I really appreciated was Sims. Coming in there with 10 rebounds, being solid. Still being a force. He's not a Mitch, but at the same time, I feel like that's gonna be great for our backup as a 5. And then just most importantly, what I loved the most was just seeing that some things never change, and Kristaps Porzingis still can't bang with our center. I really like the way that Hart was really muscling Porzingis. So overall, I think this is promising. And obviously, the main guys weren't playing tonight. With Josh Hart and RJ and everything. So I'm very hopeful, and I feel like next week's game is a lock. I'm saying it right now. That's a dub.
He's putting
That's
it
a dub.
out there.
That's it.
He's putting a guarantee out there. Will from LI. Let's go.
That's it, man. All right. Yeah, I'm going to let y'all get to it, man. But keep up the great content, and can't wait for that Alan Hans interview, man. Y'all keep it up, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all stay blessed.
Good to hear from you, Will from LI on the check-in. Yeah, Mitch was battling out there, and so was iHeart with KP. I like how Mitch looks. Mitch looks good. He looks like he's in shape. Ready. He's working on his free throws. He's working on the arc on his free throws. I like that. Just looks very confident out there, man. He just looks he looks good. I think Mitch looks like he's going to be in good shape. That's a good sign.
For sure, man. Absolutely. I like the way Mitch has looked all this preseason. I mean, look, in 21 minutes, he got you 7 boards, 4 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds. It took Jericho Sims 32 minutes to get you 10 rebounds. And this is no shade to Jericho Sims. I'm just telling you how good Mitch is right now and how well conditioned he is. Mitch looks strong, man. From when he started as a rookie, being so skinny, impressive, man. Very impressive. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to how he battles, because we've seen through the years that there's some matchups that Mitch just can't win. Like centers just get the best of him, right? But then there's other matchups where he just dominates. I want to see how consistent he can be on a night-to-night basis against all the other centers in the league. So That's the step for Mitch this season. Be consistent against every single center in the league this year.
871, 900 on the check-in. Let's get those likes up, man. Let's get to these regular season likes up. We got 165 likes. When you guys come in and watch the show, this is the number one show for the fans, by the fans. Make no mistake, that's why you're here. So support us by hitting that like button, hit the subscribe button, and share this video. If you guys are Twitter users, drop this link out there on Twitter, man. Drop the link. Let them know that you guys are tapping in with your boys. If you guys are Instagram guys, do an Instagram story watching the show and tag us. It goes a long way. Trust me. Every one person that we get in here taps into the algorithm and lets the algorithm know. Number one show by the fans, for the fans, by the fans is rocking. So salute to everybody in here. Salute to Do Things, 6-month franchise channel member, says CP out here wild and making all the mistakes. Can't wait for Han Solo coming up this week. I'm going to call in this week with all positive vibes. Okay, so Do Things is going to call up for the show. Shout out to Andrew Chavaria as well, celebrating a franchise channel member anniversary. Nice. Shout out to D-Block 1755 in here. Gamba, JJTM, Jamaica Queens 22. Shout out Philip, King Matthews, Reynaldo Maldonado, Jamaica Queens. I said that already.
Shout out to Young Kobe, man.
Young
Represent
Kobe.
Gang Green, man.
Shout out to Young Kobe. Whitaker Wright. Shout out to Whitaker Wright.
Ooh, guess who just entered the chat?
Who?
The Rhyme Animal himself.
The Rhyme Animal is in the building. Shot me a text yesterday. Said he's tapped in. He's catching up. He was catching up on all the content. He missed weekly, but he tapped in on Replay Gang. So
there we go.
Doesn't miss it. So he's tapped in on Replay Gang. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shout out to Gotta Be Legend, longtime friend of the program, man. Checking in from Costa Rica. 8 months, franchise channel member. Good stuff. Good stuff, man.
All right, Gamba, relax.
There
relax,
we go.
Gamba.
All right, let's go to area code 443. 443, what's your name? Where are you calling in from?
CP, it's Ron from Baltimore.
There he is. Talk to us, man. How you feeling?
Alex, CP, I'm ready. I want to just say a couple things. The ball moved well.
Mm-hmm.
A couple things I want to see this season, and then I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Julius Randle, I want to obviously we need his three-point shooting. He can space.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take that away from him. I want to see more pick and roll with Julius Randle this season.
Absolutely.
The game slows down in the playoffs. I understand he likes to stand down in the perimeter. I think he just needs to be used all different ways, transition. But I specifically want to see more pick and roll from Julius, going straight line to the basket, get to the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like Julius to work more on the pick and roll. That's number one. Number two, Jalen Brunson is a star. The one thing I want to see him improve on is his passing. You can't take away Jalen's scoring ability away from him. With that said, he has to run the whole show, and I'm putting him on a LeBron James level. He's my superstar. He's my guy. So the one thing I want to see from Jalen is I want to see him see that pass. When you don't have it, obviously you can score on anybody, but you have to make that pass at times, and I want him to develop that and get better so Grimes can get in rhythm a little easier and make him feel a little bit more at home. Last the last question I have for you is this. CP, before people throw tomatoes at me, just hear me out.
Okay, here we go.
I think we can win the East. What do you think about bringing MJ Burks home?
Oh,
you lost Derrick Rose. You lost Derrick Rose, a veteran. I think this team could use one more veteran. MJ, we have enough shooting, but if somebody gets hurt, CP, MJ Burks in the playoffs can step up for one game or two to get us to the title, to the NBA Finals. I think we should bring MJ Burks home. He doesn't want to play in Detroit. Why not?
My guy Ron
we got
from
a million
Baltimore.
picks. Just trade a second-round pick. That's all I got.
No doubt. Shout out to Rob from Baltimore. He's leaving the light on. You know, he's leaving the light on. 10 mil, 10.5 mil that the Pistons picked up. How about that? Troy Weaver said, you know what, Burks? We got a gang of youngsters that need your leadership. Stick around with us. We need you. Troy Weaver made the commitment to the Burks Hive.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking in the camera just to make sure that's not a single tear I see for Alec Burks coming from your face.
You know what? No, I got over it because I said, look, Detroit made the commitment. They put some respect on his name, and I can't fault him for that. He's getting a bag. He's finishing the deal that the Knicks gave him in Detroit. Yeah.
Look, the last thing we need is to add another guard / wing to this rotation. And then be like,
right.
Who should Tibbs close out with? Alec Burks,
Right,
Dante DiVincenzo, Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, RJ. Who should it be? Yeah, it's the last thing we need, guys.
Yeah.
That's the last thing we need. I like Burks.
Need a wing.
The only issue was that he was playing point guard thanks to Tom Thibodeau, which he should have not been doing. But hey.
He got overused, you know? Can't do that. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D out. $20 super chat. He says, we can smell the Celtics want to punch our brains out. We must stay very ready. Pay attention. October 25th. Can't come soon enough. They're going to be tough, man. You just see it. There's times where the ball moves very well with them, and then there's times where it just gets super stagnant. But I like the Kristaps addition with them. That Kristaps wrinkle, they're going to really be able to space the floor out on teams, man. That thing's going to be open. That thing's going to be open. Pritchard was out there knocking down threes. You know, you got
Pritchard
White.
has been the most impressive guy to me, man.
Yeah, he's stepping his game up. He's stepping his game up big time.
It's been one hell of a preseason for Pritchard.
Yeah.
But what's the over-under, CP? How many games does KP play? Setting the over-under to 57.
I was going to say 55. I was going to say 55. Yeah, I think it'll be about that. You know?
55?
Yeah, I was thinking 55. Let's see how much he played. How much did he play last year?
I think 65. He played over 60 last year.
65. Yeah. 65. Good for him. 65 last year, 17 the year before that. No. 51 year before that.
51.
Yep. I'd say about 55.
People are saying I got Jamaica Queens saying he'll take KP at 59. Big Dave says under.
Okay.
You got John Talento saying under.
Shout out to Talento, always in here.
Anybody else? Everybody in the chat, what are your thoughts? Kristaps Porzingis. 57 games is the line. Over under.
Call us up, man. 657-383-1509 or hit us up on the KFTV Discord. Back to the phones we go. 516. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
What's up, guys? This is Nasir from Massapequa.
Nasir from the Mass. What's going on?
What's going on, fellas? First of all, I want to say, Alex, your barber got you right.
Hold on. Let me get him on the full screen. Man. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, it doesn't even look like you had a baby, man. Like your skin care, got to put a. You're looking good, man. I'm just saying you're looking good, man. You're
Yeah.
looking good.
Appreciate it.
He's glowing a little bit, isn't he?
Hey, man, look.
Yeah.
That Caldera Labs, baby.
No, I appreciate the Tuesday vibe. I like CP with the wine, but I want to get your take on something. So, the backcourt of the New York Knicks. All right, hear me out. I want to get an answer from both of you guys, an objective answer. I'm not getting you guys off the hook. All right, so I want an answer today. So, who is your championship backcourt for the New York Knicks in the next 3 years? Because if we give ourselves a 3-year window, we got Brunson. All right, so we got that locked in. I think DiVincenzo and Hart are locked in. All right, I think these people are not going in the next 3 years anywhere. So who do you have between Quick, between Grimes? Do you want Spider? Because if you get Spider, who do you have? You probably have to give up Quick. I think Quick is too good to be coming off the bench in a few years. So you're probably giving him up. So is it worth it? Would you rather just keep Grimes? Could you start quickly, honestly, next to Brunson, grow that out over 3 years, and focus on the front court instead with, I don't know, you got Zion, I don't know. But who's your championship backcourt for the future?
Is it Brunson and Donovan Mitchell?
I mean, I don't.
Is it Brunson and Quentin Grimes?
I got to lean Brunson Grimes right now. I'm going with Grimes, Hive. I'm with it.
I thought I saw you waver for a second when you didn't even think about Grimes. I thought I saw you waver. There you go.
No, I mean, could they go out there and get Donovan Mitchell? Is that a realistic trade with Quickly involved? Yes, I think it is. Would that be a championship contender? I think that's going to be a tall order defensively, man. No pun intended, because they're both 6'1". I think that's going to be a tall order. I think it's going to be a tall order defensively. When have we seen that with two smaller guards, not known to be plus defenders? When have we seen that? You know, like when have we seen a weakly paired front court like that? I mean, backcourt like that.
SGA?
From a defensive standpoint.
I mean, who's realistic?
Ooh, SGA, man.
Oh, my God.
SGA would be it. That would be it. That would be it.
Really? That's the answer for you?
That's
SGA
the answer. If they ever had a shot at him, to me, that would be the answer.
Wow.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, have a good night, fellas.
You too, man. Good to hear from you, man. That would be the answer. Javier Montalvo says Dumars and Thomas. That was 1990. that was 30 years ago. There you go. Different time. You know? SGA is the answer.
SGA. Okay.
What do you think?
I like that answer. I gotta think.
Even though I don't see him go, I don't see him leaving.
Yeah, I mean, SGA,
I'm very
SGA
high
would
on
be
this,
good because he plays.
on Thunder.
How do you feel about a Jamal Murray Brunson backcourt? Never happened, but
Terrible. Yeah, it never happened. Terrible. Yeah.
I guess SGA would be the one just because defense, man. He play defense, and we already know he can play off ball because he played with Chris Paul.
They can play off of each other. They can play off of each other, and they would be dangerous.
Oh, how about Anthony Edwards? That's a really good one. I like Anthony Edwards.
I gotta see. Ant-Man's trajectory is very interesting. I gotta see how he makes that team better. Right? Like, and we forgot to. My man gotta go get some medicine. Go to the CVS, man. You gotta go get some medicine. I forgot to cut his call. My man's wheezing over there. You gotta go to CVS, man. Go get you some cough drops. Ant-Man's going to be very interesting. I want to see how does he make that sort of team better? How does he impact winning? Outside of just being a dynamic 3-level scorer. Like, sure, that's going to be there for him. And I think he's going to continue to grow in that role. But I'm interested to see how he makes them better. Like, what other assets, facets of the game is he gonna improve on or up his game at to really make that Minnesota team better? That's what I want to see with that, man. Where I could say, if you have him and Brunson out there, they will complement each other. We don't just need two scorers in the backcourt. Somebody's got a D. Somebody's got a D out pause. And then, we need some facilitation from both of them to make the team better.
One flagrant show. My goodness.
Yeah, I almost got a flagrant 3. I almost left my own show. But that's what I'm interested in watching with Ant-Man. Obviously, as a scorer, I like Book.
Book would be a really good pairing with Brunson, man.
Yeah, I couldn't pass that up. I couldn't pass.
I think it's SGA or Book, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I like Book.
All right. Okay, I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with that for sure. Couple of quick housekeeping notes. Alan Hahn, once again, will be on the show on Thursday. A tradition unlike any other. Alan Hahn coming to Knicks Fan TV, 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Thursday. Tomorrow morning, I will be on Bleacher Report, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Tap in on the Bleacher Report app. CP the Franchise, I will be there. So make sure you tap into that and support your boy. And what else? Then we got Knicks Weekly on Sunday. We got post game tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And then that's it, man. Ready for the real deal, man. I'm ready, man. Are you ready, bro? How you feeling?
Bro, I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Been waiting for the regular season to start. I'm excited to see what this Knicks team does, man. I feel like I know there's unfinished business. I know Jalen Brunson went into the offseason thinking about that last play against the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
All right. That turnover. He's thinking about it. Mm-hmm. I know he was sulking in it. I know he's ready to start this season with a bang.
Yeah. How about where are you on the load management, man? How about that? Hart hasn't played. Brunson hasn't played. He got Julius and RJ getting time off.
I like it, man.
How about that?
I like it. You don't need to run these guys into the ground. It is a long season.
How about that, Coach Tibbs? Huh? How about that, Coach Tibbs?
Let's see how it works during the regular season, though.
Yeah.
I know awards are going to be are big off of the 65 games. Obviously, they got their whole amendment based on like medical and stuff like that. But I want to see it through the regular season too, just because there's going to be nights, man, that we're going to be playing a lowly team, and it's like, how far in the standings are we? Can we afford one game? That's the stuff I want to see from Tibbs, just because, look, you saw Julius with the injury. We know about Brunson going into postseason. Jericho Sims had shoulder surgery. Quentin Grimes had an injury as well, right? You see Quickly get injured.
Yeah.
So keeping these guys fresh for where it matters, that's the big question for me. Let's see how Tibbs handles that. Funny enough, the guy who played every single game, Isaiah Hartenstein, healthy all the way through.
True indeed.
What is he eating? What's in his water?
Yeah. Look, I like it. I like the fact that he's giving these guys a breather. Brunson, Hart, RJ, they're already in training. They're already in regular season mode, right? Remember, these guys had a training camp back in August. For Brunson and Hart, they played in FIBA, and for Brunson and Hart, that was in Vegas, and for RJ, I believe it was somewhere in Canada. So they're already in game shape. And even though they played, relatively 20 minutes apiece, 25 minutes in the FIBA game, those games were played pretty tough and pretty physical. This is not like an all-star game type of walkthrough. Like, these guys were playing.
It's not only that, CP. You got to think about the travel that goes with it as well. That's exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, this is no walk in the park just going to play in the World Cup. So I think it's the right move to not play these guys in the preseason. They got enough basketball in, save their legs.
Yeah.
They're already well conditioned. Regular season's right around the corner. 4 preseason games. It's not going to mean much for them, man.
Yeah.
They got, as long as they get some minutes, right? Like your 10, 15, 20, as long as they're on the court to get the familiarity, that's fine. But they're going to get that in practice anyway. Just wait till the regular season, man.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's like my Jets, man. Although I didn't expect not to get much of Aaron Rodgers. It's like not playing him through the preseason.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Hit the nail on the head. So I'm with it. Hopefully they come back. They will be playing tomorrow because it was Tibbs' decision to rest most of them on one of the back-to-backs. I figured it was going to be tonight against the Celtics, a little gamesmanship, a little chess match.
Mm-hmm.
You put them in against the Wizards at home, and then you wrap up. You get ready for Boston for next Wednesday.
A little, hey, Van Gundy, you're not going to get any ideas.
You're not getting any scouting material from us, pal. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Nasty work.
Yeah. Al, let's tell the people about our sponsor tonight, and we got big news. Pause. But really big news from our guys at Manscaped. For those of you that did not see the show yesterday, today is the release of the new Lawnmower 5.0, fellas. Gentlemen across the nation, I have an urgent message for you. This episode is brought to you by Manscaped, the brand that took your balls to space, is now launching them into the ultrasphere, introducing the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, featuring a new cutting-edge design and next-generation dual skin-safe blade heads for different shaves. It's pretty much a spaceship to take your boys downstairs to the next level. Join the 9 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with the brand new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with promo code KFTV. This is it, Al. This is it, man. Did you use yours yet? I mean, you don't no testimonials.
Whoa.
Okay, my fault.
Relax.
My fault.
Okay, we're relaxed.
Yeah, whole squad got laced, man.
Don't forget about the Lawnmower 4.0.
Yeah.
Also, make sure to get the Handyman.
And the Handyman, close shave, man. Is that what you use for your haircut?
Your neck, man. Come on, man. When you use,
got you.
Make it look clean, man. Like you went to the barber.
Got you, man. Yeah, shout out to my guys at Manscaped. New Lawnmower 5.0 in stores now at manscaped.com. Shipping to the U.S. and Canada for right now. So my Canadians, go ahead and go get that, man. It's about to get a little nippy out there. Go ahead and get your Van Gundy on and get your shape up on accordingly. Manscaped, #1 men's grooming tool below the waist, man. You know they always keep us laced. Manscaped.com, promo code KFTV for 20% off. Plus free shipping.
Are you getting the Van Gundy or is it the Tom Thibodeau?
I'm not going to tell you which way I'm going, but hey, whatever you're into,
I'm not
man.
asking
You do
you, I'm
your
just
thing.
saying for the people at home, man. For the people at home.
Yeah.
I don't need to know either.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I'm not here to make suggestions. I'm just a conductor here, man.
Did Derek White, though, use the KFTV promo code?
I think he did. I think he did. I think Derek White should get a Manscaped promotion. I think he should get a sponsorship deal. That would be a good one, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
He went full on Baldy.
He did. Thank God. Area code 917. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Gentlemen. Always a pleasure.
Man. Listen. Hang on. How many times has this happened?
This is way too many
How many times has this happened? I don't even know Tom's number by heart. I don't even know it by heart. How does this happen that every time I read the Manscaped read and I go to the phones, the king of the Manscaped read is on the other line?
First of all, all the images in the screen with the Ultra, I mean, come on, how can I not call? I mean,
yeah.
It would be un-American of me. And it would basically make me not a Knicks fan to call when I see that kind of promotion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pauses in there, but we're not even going to go there tonight.
Absolutely.
First of all, excellent work, as
Yeah.
always. You guys already know.
Mm-hmm.
Best show for the fans, by the fans.
For sure.
I mean, come on, that's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
As far as championship backcourts, like you spoke about earlier, I'm not sure who we're going to throw in there, but definitely not Archie Diacono. He is never going to be in the championship backcourt. I'm just going to go on a limb here and say that, I'm not a betting man, but he's not going to make it. The over-under on Kristaps, I'm going to go with 40.
Okay.
Maybe.
Ooh,
maybe
wow.
40.
Ooh, he's thinking a
He
big
looks
injury.
weaker. At least before he looked a little stronger. Now he's looking weaker. Just you already know he's going to hit the ground. It's over.
Yeah.
And I don't want to wish that on anyone, but I'm not. No, it's not going to happen. The guy, and no disrespect to Ron from was it Cleveland,
Baltimore.
No disrespect as far as whatchamacallit. I forgot the guard he wanted. You know what we could
Burks.
use? I don't know if we could afford him, but I like Morris from the Clippers. He would be a nice little fit as a backup power forward.
You want to bring Mook back? We didn't think about that.
Like you know, remember the last game we played when RJ got shoved in the back and nobody really said anything? That's when you need Mook to jump in and say, "Don't touch my boy. Like, get away from him." You know, we need that. But I don't know how much he makes. I don't know if we can make it happen. But anyway, you know me, guys. Listen, rapid fire. I know it's late.
Yeah.
Shout out to Manscaped. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to both of you. Alex, a belated congrats on becoming a dad. You know, as a fellow dad. You know, and in the words of Rodney Dangerfield, the best part about being a dad is the best part about being a parent is making the kids. You'll see that. And the glow that you have this evening is impeccable. I'm going to order Caldera right now just because.
There you go.
Guys, have a wonderful evening. Thanks for taking my call. We'll talk soon.
Time for Washington, man. Appreciate you, man. What a call. It's just ESP as serendipity as Clyde would say.
And hold on, CP. In the beginning of the show, we asked for energy. He came through with the energy.
Yeah.
He answered all the questions that we had. Answered Ron from Baltimore's question. He said, no to Burks. Give me Mook. Said KP's not even going to see 57. He's like, not even close.
Succinct. Right on topic. He's on all the topics, rapid fire, and he's out of there, man.
My goodness.
He's right in there. You know what I'm saying?
Give this man the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. So there that is. But on the Morris front, I think that's interesting, man. I would be very interested in a Mook reunion. No, he's not the same guy that he was when he played with the Knicks. I mean, that was 4 years ago now, but he could help and he could scrap. I would like that.
He could play the 3 and the 4. He was playing the 3 for us.
Yes, that's right. And killing it. I'm not sure. I'm trying to look at the latest Harden trade packages. I'm not sure if his name was mentioned in that. Do you know? I got to take a look.
All I've seen is that Man is not. They do not want to include Man.
Right. They're making Terrence Mann untouchable.
Yeah. But it looks like, according to Jake Fisher, that all signs are pointing to James Harden being on the Sixers roster to start regular season next Thursday, which to me is hilarious.
Well, that's Morey being Morey. He's not in no rush. He's not in a rush.
I mean, look, it's a catch-22 for Morey right now, right? Because you can't trade him for nothing, because then he'll look like a weak GM, and then you just gotta play. But it could backfire if you have James Harden on this team and it starts to go south. Then you have all the Philly newspapers and media outlets just saying, what's going on here? Get James Harden off this team. The culture is going south. This team is just in a frenzy right now. He's in a tough spot, man. Yeah. He's in a tough spot for trusting his guy from Houston to come back and be loyal to him. Man, hey, I'm here for it, man. Joel, you know where to come from. You know where to ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Yeah, Mook, I think Mook would be an interesting pickup. I think he would. Yeah. So it's a good one by Tom Munton. And as far as his contract, he's expiring after this season. 17 mil. Mm-hmm. 17 mil after this season. So there that is. That's the Mook Morris front. I wouldn't mind that. JJ from Brooklyn says, why not JaMychal Green? JaMychal Green still out there? So I thought that was interesting as well. A couple of other tidbits real quick, Al. How about Bob Myers giving the Knicks a vote of confidence? A lot of fans were into this. They were into this a lot. Bob Myers, man, says that people may not have wanted to play in NYC, and I think that's changed. I think now you're looking at murmurings, hearing things, hey, how about the Knicks? So a little vote of confidence, a little, hey, if things go south with the CAA guy, I might be available for the right price, the right bag. I thought that was a good move. Good political move by Bob Myers there. And making Knicks fans very happy that a guy with 4 rings is giving us a ring and endorsement. This got a lot of attention on KFTV Instagram. A lot of attention.
Hey, Bob Myers. Leader of that Warriors dynasty, man, as you noted. 4 rings.
Yeah.
Giving kudos to how the Knicks are rebuilding this team. And how can you blame him? Look, this team in the past 2 of the 3 seasons under Tom Thibodeau has gone to the playoffs. They got out of the first round. Remember the whole controversy of like, oh, it's all over if the Knicks don't get Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
Oh, Cleveland is that much better. Gentlemen swept. Not even an issue for the New York Knicks. Mitchell Robinson dominated the Twin Towers. Jalen Brunson made light work out of Donovan Mitchell. Darius Garland wasn't an issue. Look, how can you not like where the New York Knicks are going right now? Continuity has been the big buzzword around this team. They're doing a good job, man.
They're doing a good job.
It's just waiting for that next big move. Is it going to be someone like Joel Embiid, who is a star to come to New York to really push this team over the top? Or is there somebody on this roster that hasn't surfaced yet?
Yeah.
That's the question.
They're going about it the right way. I think they are primed and ready to make a move whenever that move happens. It's not easy. It's not easy on the put all your chips in the middle side. It's not easy from the just develop and do it patiently. You got to get luck. It has a lot to do with this thing, man. Look at what the Nets did in putting. They had KD, Kyrie, Harden, Simmons, flopped out. You know, it doesn't. Look at what's going on in Philly. That's about to burn out.
Put some respect on DeAndre Jordan's name.
It's not easy, man. You know, so I think where they are, they've been patient at this thing. You have the draft picks, even though they haven't drafted in 2 years. Even though they haven't drafted in 2 years, they still have the war chest. Look at the salaries. The salaries are looking good.
Yep.
Looking manageable. And they have young players with some promise. Maybe, you know, Quick and Grimes. And we'll see what RJ does. Mitch is holding it down, the elder statesman. It's a young team. They're scrapping for Tibbs. They got good chemistry. What's not to like? No drama. What's not to like right now? They're competitive. 47 wins last year. What's not to like?
No drama is the big thing. The no drama is the big thing because there's always Knicks were always in the tabloids for the wrong reason.
Well, they got no egos in the locker room.
Yeah, man, that's a great thing. And it looks like we got a bunch of guys who are all about playing basketball, solid leadership. The difficult thing, as you talked about, man, is like, when do you push in your chips to go get that guy, right? It's like there's always that fear of like injury, chemistry. Are they bought in? There's all of that. And then for the development side, it's like we're talking about timelines of making sure that everyone lines up, right? Brunson, Grimes, Quickly, all these other guys, different ages, man.
Yeah.
And then contracts are going to be the same thing too, because you got to pay Brunson. You know, if Randall's still here, he's looking to get a bag too, right? Quickly looking for his extension. You got to pay Grimes if you want him to stay on this team. And you know Tibbs loves Grimes. There's just a lot to go around, man.
Yeah.
And look, if you still want Isaiah Hartenstein, this is the last year of his contract too. And he's probably going to say, hey, man, look what I contribute. Look how I managed to improve my game to be on this roster. I deserve to get paid too.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
I definitely agree with you there, man. I definitely agree with you there. Ryan Manimal, Chuck D with a great comment in the chat. He says, if we go 3-7, how much confidence will still... Let me go back. He says, if we go 3-7, do we keep our confidence in a long season? That's going to be a test. That Chuck is dead on the money. Dead on the money.
Man.
That is going to be the test, man. Are we still going to be sticking around? It's going to be interesting. Because if we look at the schedule, it's tough. Now, I've been saying this quite a bit on a couple of pods. Look at this first 10. You got to play Boston twice.
Yep.
You got to play Atlanta in Atlanta. Then you go New Orleans back to back. Then you got Cleveland back to back. Then you got to see Dame and Giannis. Then you got the Los Angeles load managements coming in at full strength. So you got Kawhi, you got PG. Maybe it's Harden by that time. Who knows? You got to see Wemby. That should be all right. Charlotte should be all right. And then you finish with Boston. That first 10 is crazy.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I don't think it's like we went through the first 10 not too long ago. I forget which weekly show we did.
Yeah,
We both came out with 7-3. I don't know if your thoughts have changed since then, but 3-7. I need to see how that 3-7 pans out, right? Because there's different 3s and 7. Is it 3-7 and you're losing by like a point, 2 points? Like we're talking about late game execution, or we talk about 3-7 and we're just getting blown out of the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like this is the stuff that there's levels to this, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, oh well, what if you lose in the playoffs? Do we get gentlemen swept, or we make it a 7-game series? There's different levels to like evaluating all of this. So I need to see how the 3-7 would be to say, oh, where this season's going south. But I don't see the Knicks going 3-7 to start. I think this team's way too competitive and way too talented to go 3-7 to start.
Well, they better get after it defensively and get after it early. That's all I'm saying. They're gonna have to get after it, and we'll see how it goes, man.
You say that. Is there somebody? Is there some like you say that? Get after it defensively. Mm-hmm. Why are you saying this? Are you just looking at the Brunson, RJ, Randall trio?
Only because I feel like offense ebbs and flows in an NBA season for most teams, right? You're gonna go through your cold spells. You're gonna go through your droughts, but your defensive intensity, you can do that consistently. You can consistently play hard and play tough and play physical every night. And I think especially through these first 10, I feel like their defense especially needs to carry them until they can get into a groove. Because these are going to be tough, man. Tough tests on the wing. You got to see Zion. You got PG, Kawhi. You got Tatum, Brown. Trey, Trey's still a bucket. So I just feel like on the defensive end, that's the thing that they can start from day one, and should be able to be a plus on. Get after it on the defensive end, and see offensively where it is. Julius, Jalen, RJ, they're gonna be getting their rest, but they're gonna be you got to get into your groove, especially offensively, and gain some chemistry. But I think defensively is where they should be able to hit the ground running from day one.
For sure. And you know what? We got Alan Hahn coming on this week, as you noted. You and Hahn are going to do the traditional show this Thursday. Mm-hmm. Hahn's had a good quote against the Timberwolves game, and it was during when Quickly had the ball, and Quickly was in a shooting slump. He's like, the one thing that never goes into a slump is your effort. So to your point.
There it is. I didn't even hear that.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm hoping that, that's how they start things off, because the schedule is very difficult. And you certainly don't want to get into any tough starts. Even though, yes, you can let's say last year they got into a tough start and they climbed out of it. You don't want to rely on that every year. Every team's going to ebb and flow and go through their peaks and valleys, but you don't want to try to put yourself too far behind the 8 ball.
For sure. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I see your point on that. I agree with that. Defense travels offense. I mean, look, the team that we're facing off against, let's think about the Celtics.
Yeah.
3-point shooting team last season, right? Ebbs and flows.
There you go, man. Well, great show, man. Great show out.
Right back at you, bro.
Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. $5 Super Chats says playoff intensity. Our first 10 out the gate, we have to. Then we'll be fine up and down, in my opinion. Agree with the Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man. Great show. Once again, just to give you guys a rundown of the shows, Wednesday, I'll be on Bleacher Report 11:30 a.m. Make sure you tap in on the Bleacher Report app. 12:30, we'll be on the NBA Report. NBA Report is getting back up and kicking for the 23-24 season. We're going to be talking OKC Thunder. We just talked about SGA a little bit. We're going to deep dive and preview the Oklahoma City Thunder season with a special guest as well. So make sure you guys tap in at the NBA Report on 12:30. If you guys haven't subscribed to the NBA Report just yet, hit the link in the video description or in the chat and support your boys over there, man. We need the numbers. We need the support. Like, share, subscribe, same deal. And lunchtime edition, NBA Report, 12:30 on Wednesday. Thursday, we got the Hans Show. Wednesday, we'll also have Postgame Live to wrap up the preseason. Thursday, we'll have the Hans Show. And then Sunday, we will have Knicks Weekly, where we talk about season predictions and preseason awards. Season awards, I guess you could say. So it's going to be action-packed. Looking forward to it. Remember to support our sponsors, man. Go to manscaped.com. Use promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. Go get that Lawnmower 5.0, fellas. Remember that this show's available in audio podcast format. No reason to miss it. We're on all platforms. We are everywhere, all the podcast platforms. So make sure you guys tap in to the number one show for the fans, by the fans, man. Al, see you tomorrow, man. Great show. Well, let me make sure that we didn't miss any super chats. Let me just make sure. I'm in preseason mode. Let me get right. Okay. Rare edition. Franchise channel member 7 months says Knicks litmus test this year will be Bucks, Celtics, Cavs. We have to split those games. They made improvements. Absolutely agree. Junior Karoma, franchise channel member for 8 months, says salute CP and Alex. CP, I listened to the entire WFAN show. You did a hell of a job, bro. You're a natural on the radio, bro. Thank you very much, Junior Karoma. I had a blast, man. Had a great time. Put a lot of work into it. Just being ready for 4 hours. Ain't easy, you know what I mean? 4 hours, and we're not just talking Knicks. We covering all New York sports, so had to make sure that I represented the KFTV family well, and New York sports as well, man. But a tremendous experience, and I'm very thankful for it. Andrew Chaveria, absolutely appreciate it. Son from Brooklyn, and do things. Appreciate it, man. All right, see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday. Peace.